What's up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, sitting here with...
Gersh1, that was very wholesome.
It is. I'm trying to be very wholesome today because it's for the greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below with question in front of your question because we get those questions first. That's what Brian B. has done. He asks, do you think there is a way to reverse the biotransference for the Necrons, basically? So for all those that don't know, the Necrons gave up their human, or not human bodies, their mortal bodies.
Yeah, their fleshiness.
Their souls to the Catan or in exchange for their living metal bodies.
Yeah, they said, do you guys want to live forever? And they said, yeah. And they're like, so throw your hands in the air like you don't care.
Then they put them in giant ovens.
Yeah.
They look like giant ovens.
That's pretty much what they were. Biotransference chambers.
And I think a lot of cryptechs are trying to find a way to reverse that or regain flesh. To the point where there's a disease known as, what is it called? The flesh?
Oh, the thing that the flayed ones have, right?
Yeah, I think it's a flare virus.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Flare. They crave their human bodies. They like have that like
fleshy
emptiness.
body, mortal bodies, not human bodies, because they were Necron tier before.
Yes.
Now they just Necrons.
It's so difficult to remember that. And then what they do now is like they skin their victims, and then they wear the skins, kind of like to signify like I don't know, they miss their bodies and stuff like that. It's a disease.
It's very sad, honestly.
So yeah, could it happen in the future? I think I see that, especially because I thought that was what was going to happen for the Silent King. Like when the Silent King came out, I thought that humanity was going to start to be used to become like as a shell, basically.
On the tabletop, I don't think that'd work because obviously the Necrons have a certain look to them, and obviously if like, oh, they got their bodies back, like. I don't know, I feel like it would clash too much with their aesthetic. Yeah,
you would have to create a completely new army almost.
Yeah.
Where they don't really look the same. Or just be like humans with green eyes.
Yeah, the last time they got close to it was the Pariah model, which does not exist anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, they might do something with the biotransference, or no, with the Pariah Nexus, and like the nullification of a region of space, basically cutting the human like soul, and detaching it from the immaterium, and basically they're empty shells, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah. Do you think it'll happen soon-ish or nah?
No, I don't think so. I think we're probably gonna get more updates from like Space Marines and all that kind of stuff before we...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because I was going to say, well, now that the Silent King's back, maybe that'll be his next like thing that he does, but...
Because GW does this thing where like they'll throw like a really good story arc, kind of like Iliad.
Yes, and then they'll like get rid of it.
Yep, and that would just be going on. Because that's probably what's going to happen with the Silent King.
Yeah, for sure. Like the king, though, like the Emperor for the Necrons is back. That's it.
Yeah. Enjoy. Next question.
This one is by... We already did that one in the previous For the Greater War.
This is a question from Koziol. Are you planning a 40k fax on Belisarius' skull? Such a great character considering rules of the mechanics of the Mechanicus, and him pretty much breaking all of them, and I still believe... And still being a total badass. I completely butchered that, but I'm surprised I don't have a 40 facts video on Belisarius' Call. So yeah, I can create one.
Yeah. If you do want to learn about Call, I did do a Grim Dark Battles, which I do go over like his weapons, his war gear, any notable feats that he has like combat-wise. So that's kind of like a half 40 facts. So you can watch that, and you get to see him take on Bellacord to see who would win.
Who wins? You have to
watch. Surprise, yeah. Battle of the Bees.
Bellacord, Belisarius. Next question.
This one's by Adeptus Astartes. What actually is Regicide? Is it a game like chess, or are they actually playing tabletop 40k within the lore for 40k?
No, I think it's a game like chess.
Yeah.
It's a modified, or like some type of special chess.
Right, it's about moving pieces on a board type.
I really hope that they never reproduce the tabletop game as a video game. Just because I feel like that's going to kill that human interaction that, should be there.
But I feel like, well, because I mean, look at all the card games. They have online versions of those too, and I feel like there's still like tournaments and like Friday Night Magics at like game stores like that.
Not as much though, and I guess it all depends because like one of our buddies, Josh, he got into Magic and he was really liking it, and then he got into Hearthstone. Yeah. And then he stopped playing Magic. Because he's like, why would I want to go over to your house when I could just play online? Home. Yeah. And I think that's fucked up. That's bogus. Like, people should try to, like, go out there,
Yeah, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, a ver qué pasa. Thomas Wilson. Which Tau Sept could smoke out all the others and why?
Well, the Firecast.
Yeah, I mean, they're the military. They're the most... They're physiologically speaking, they're the tougher, stronger, faster ones.
They were about to destroy all the other caster tribes, but then the Ethereal stepped in. But now like,
No. We'll take care of it from here.
Yeah.
And then, boom, their technology, like, blew up.
Because it's all about cooperation. So there's, in, I think, the last Greater WAAAGH episode, somebody said, like, they're tired of the grim darkness. That's what the Tau are there for. They're like that refreshment. That good agua de Jamaica.
Ooh. Then he says, what about which orc clan could smoke out the others? Is it the Bad Axes? Or Blood Axes?
Blood Axes.
Yeah.
It could be, because they're very organized. Right now, though, the strongest are the Goths, which is God School Magorok Thrakas.
True.
They're like the super old school or very like basic orcs of like, we use choppas and sluggas and we fight, we get stuck in. None of that shiny stuff. No battle wagons, no speed freaks, no, what are the new beasts?
Beasts and Aga boys.
Yeah. Next question.
This one's by Chad Stowe Thomas. Can heretics or renegades rejoin the Imperium?
Nope. Once you go chaos, you're done.
Yeah.
That's Cypher.
If the Imperium knows you praise chaos or praised at one point, you get in a bolter round to the dome.
It's blood in, blood out.
It is, honestly.
Next question comes from Hayden Arnold. I just ordered my first set of figures on Amazon and are about to paint them. What paint do I use? It's up to you.
Yeah, honestly.
If you want to use GW paint, go for it. If you want to use, what's the other one?
Vallejo or something like that.
Yeah, that one's really popular. I use tester paint, surprisingly. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Play around with it. Maybe have like a few like test models before you actually start like going on to like your main core of minis.
Yeah, and don't get frustrated if you can't get it right off the bat. My thing is like you should buy washes from GW. Their washes are really good. Their contrast paints are also really good. Were you specific as to what? No, you just said figures.
Just what, yeah.
But like if you have Space Marines or if you have basically things that have like nice rounded edges, Dark Eldar army, the Tau army, contrast paints are really good. Because it's almost like a wash. But if you don't have that, then for my tester paints, what I do is I paint the mini like with the colors that I want, and then I hit it with a dry brush, and then a wash, and then another dry brush. So it's just a really simple step. Really simple procedure to get some good looking minis.
Do you ever seal them with anything or no?
No, I never have, no. And then only the big models rub off. Or the ones that I handle a lot, those kind of rub off. But yeah. Next question.
This one's by Shovey. In which sector of space do you think it would be the best to live in? And which one would you live in?
All of them. Yeah,
I think Ultramar for various reasons. It's probably one of the safest ones. You're protected by the Ultramarines. There's not a lot going on right there. Unless you get invaded by Chaos or the Tyranids. But still, like, you got it pretty good right there.
Yeah. Terra?
Oh, for sure, Terra.
Terra would be nice.
But there are Genestealer cults there, so...
Yeah. Or just, like, pilgrims that are fucking weird.
Yeah, yeah. You could also just say like the enclaves, Farsight enclaves. Any real Tau Sept, you're pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah. Next question comes from the big one. Have you guys ever catfished anyone, and is catfishing as delicious as it sounds? Only fried catfishing.
Yeah, it has to be fried.
Yeah. We kind of catfished you guys. Because we come off as only the top half. But then you guys actually meet us in the street, and it's like we have bottom half, which is weird.
It is, yeah.
Next question.
Justice 777 says, "You're a tourist in Camera. What kind of furniture would you like to become?" I think a hammock would be pretty cool.
Yeah, something swinging.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that at least the breeze would be like nice if you're just doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm not gonna say that one. Next question.
Milosh M. Who are the best fighters in Warhammer? My guess would be Sigismund and Karn. Who do you think it is? Thanks, and keep up the good work.
No, you got it. Karn is really good because he's the close combat dude.
Yeah, for sure.
And Sigismund was one of the best swordsmen ever.
Yeah. Probably the Primarch's easy. However, who was it? Was it Trajan Valorous? Or maybe it was the other guy. But apparently he stalemated Horus in a duel.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like the Emperor's children probably had really good swordsmen.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because they were trying to be like perfect and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think Lucius was like one of the best swordsmen. The Emperor's Champion is another really good fighter for like the Black Templars.
Yeah.
I guess you could say like the Grey Knights, since they're all about fighting like chaos demons and stuff like that. And they usually fight with like melee weapons like halberds, thunderhammers, falchions, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or Mithil, he's pretty cool with some nunchucks. Like he only hits himself maybe twice when he's using them.
Next question comes from Brian B. Nope, we just answered that.
This one is by Anath Ardailardar. How does material weapons work on the immaterial demons and vice versa? They still like do damage to them. Like you don't just need to have like a force weapon to deal damage to a warp creature. A regular punch to the face is still going to damage them.
Yep. But it hurts more if it's a force weapon.
Yeah, right.
More power.
Yeah, and vice versa. Obviously, warp demons and creatures can still damage physical things.
Yeah. Next question comes from Thomas Wilson. Which Tau Sept could... Oh, no, we kind of already did that, right?
Yeah, we did that one.
J-Day says, do the Solitaires have a primary leader spearheading their cause, like a chapter master equivalent? The Solitaires, who are those?
Isn't that the Harlequins? Yeah.
And if it is, then yeah, there's a head of the mask.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what the dude's name, but he wears... I think he
wears
wears...
Joker.
Yeah, the Joker one. We haven't really covered Harlequins, but then again, neither has GW.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They do have some pretty cool lore, but like tabletop-wise, there's not a lot of models either.
No, yeah. And they feel like if you would start collecting, they would just break like that.
Yeah, they're very fragile.
Yeah. Next one.
Arnold van der Aker. Can worlds stripped by Tyranids be re-terraformed and thus recolonized?
Yep.
Yeah, it's very hard because usually when Tyranids eat them, they eat all the biomass, and it's literally just a rock in space. So you'd have to like create a whole new biome of life and then can go from there. But it's doable, just difficult.
Yep.
Tau often do that. They get like whole terraforming machines and like reconstruct the planet's atmosphere.
Yep. Cabal of the Bloody Spoon says, girls love crafts. I think it's just we are so used to exploitative marketing. I think that was a response to us saying that like there's not that many women in the hobby, and that I don't really remember what else we said. But yeah, one way to introduce you. Oh yes, one way to introduce your girlfriend.
Oh yeah, that was it.
The craft side of things, yeah, and like showing them that aspect of like, oh, you can be creative and you can create your own army, kit bashing and all that kind of stuff. That would be attractive to somebody who is creative.
Right, right. On the same topic, Charlie Edwards says, my wife loves her Sisters of Battle, but she doesn't have time or want to actually learn the game. She likes the stories, the lore, and she loves creating her own army, and she's practicing painting, but I don't think I'll ever get her to play 40k rules. Frankly, I don't like playing 40k rules. LOL. I prefer simplified systems.
I agree. However, once you get the hang of the rules, and once it becomes like you don't have to check the rule book every time, or you know things off the top of your head, it plays so like smooth and well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. For a while, this is probably going to happen when we start playing again. I'm going to realize that like, why, like, this is taking too long. Like, this is, it's not what I envisioned in my head. In my head, I want immediate feedback. I want immediate like pleasure of like moving my minis. But in the actual game, you have to wait for your partner to sit there and like build a list, even though you told them a week ago to build a list.
Yeah, his models aren't even like, they're falling off the bases and they're all broken.
He's asking for super glue.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing about it too. I remember when we first started playing, it was fun where it's like, okay, so your strength is 4, my toughness is 4, then you look on the chart to see what you need to roll. Now it's like, oh, strength 4, toughness 4, you need a 4.
Yep.
Strength 5, toughness 3, I need a 3.
Once it streamlines in your head, it's easier to play.
Yeah.
But the only way to do that is to play. So
exactly.
Next question comes from Arcadeus Biscup. How would the Adeptus Mechanicus react if they met the Borg from Star Trek? Would they fight or reverse them? Who are the Borg?
The little robot things.
Oh,
I think so. Yeah, they'll probably like try and like study them and whatnot. And if the Borg became hostile, then yeah, they'll fight.
If it's xenotechnology, though, they wouldn't. They wouldn't fucks with that.
Some of them would.
Yeah, on like down low though.
Yeah, on the DL.
Yeah.
Erock9 says, "Who is Subject 11? I'm sure you're caught up on your new Codex lore and caught the mention of a Subject 11 being held in the vaults under Terra. Could it be one of the 2 certain forgotten characters?" So yeah, in the new Adeptus Custodes lore portion of the book Codex, it says that in one of the vaults that the Custodes have a certain subject called Subject 11, and it's like mysterious, like who it could be. Obviously, since it has Subject 11 as its code name, it could be the 11th Primarch being held. Is it? Probably not. It's just more like little, not Easter eggs, but like
hooks
that GW just throws your way to play around with, fantasize, talk about.
Yep, and then you can create your own lore based around it.
Yeah.
It would be kind of cool if that Subject 11 turned out to be one of the Thunder Warriors.
Yes.
I like have a strong feeling that some of the Thunder Warriors are still alive.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Right.
Next question. You got one?
This one's by T-Rex Shun. Why would you guys compare yourselves to the biggest screw-up in Warhammer, the Big E? He sucks the more you read about him.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then we also suck the more you read into us. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, humanity is flawed. The Emperor is flawed. Boom. Correlation.
Yeah. That's what makes him so cool.
Yeah. Because if he was all perfect, then he'd just be a Mary Sue.
Nobody likes Mary Sues.
Nah.
Not even Mary.
Or Sue.
And those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, this is the Sound Alchemist.
Gershwan.
I almost said my real name. See ya.
Oh, I did the